So if you replace sensors on a pre-DCU GEZE SL operator, which is the older model of DSL, and find some difficulties which I found myself today. So this video might be helpful to you. So just to recognize, identify whether it's a pre-DCU. Firstly, the control panel, the processor will look different. There's only like 5 connectors, and then there's a ribbon cable connecting another processor, so you've got essentially 2 boards there, but also there's a way. So if you press the hidden button, enter, then the first parameter UA, second parameter US, they're just the speed, opening and closing speed, that identify the software being of a pre-DCU processor. So now we've confirmed this is a pre-DCU. You've wired the sensors as I've done. Bear in mind that my sensors originally was wired quite not the right way. Well, I didn't have any threshold sensors. I only had the photocell set, and the photocell set was wired into the activation not really right. So I've wired my sensors the right way, but it wouldn't work. Now I know why, because I've sourced it, and it might be helpful to you. So looking at the manual, by the way, I didn't have that diagram, so you may want to pause on it if you need to. A big thanks to Big Sexy for providing that and his help today. You might hear him that and have a bit of a smile on his face. So the main thing I would say is, when you look at the connector X1, number 5 terminal, on that diagram it's safety light tests. Obviously we've replaced the thresholds by the safety lights. We've replaced the photocells by our thresholds, but on the board itself it's only tests. It's only written tests. So I thought I could wire my test into it, but it didn't work. So I only assumed that test input, it's a self-monitored output for the photocells or any other safeties you would actually connect. So long story short, to make it simple, number 5, you wire all your commands of your safeties, threshold, side screen sensors into number 5, and then normally close contacts. Again, I tried to make it work with normally open, it didn't work. So normally close contacts, and you wire them onto number 10, it's your side screen input 1, but you've got another one somewhere else. I didn't bother. I've just wired, which is SIO on the board. I've just wired both my side screen sensors in series into number 10, but you could wire it independently into SIO1 and SIO2, which is somewhere else. You'll find it anyway. You've got now the diagram. Same for the threshold. There you go. So threshold. There you go. So SIS1, it's number 6. I didn't bother. It is also SIS2, number 30. Here, I didn't bother to wire them independently. I just wired in series, both of them into number 6. It's the same purpose, but it was just making sense as I was wiring it. And all your common of the safeties are going into 5, and then obviously wire them either independently or in series into the respective inputs. Now, from what I gather, there's also the pre-DCU menu. So just gonna make it clear so you can pause and have a look yourself. I don't know how well you're gonna see that, but anyway, the main one, I'd say, it's FT for the terminal 10 and 34 for the side screen sensor, so SIO 1, SIO 2. Now I've got it set on number 4, which is SIO reduce speed, which is the right settings, but then there's no other parameters for the SIS or to change whether it's normally open or normally closed. The only way to do that, it's with the learning. So obviously hidden button, enter. Now you are in the parameters, you go all the way to any, press enter, all the way to learn, LE, learn. Right, what's going to do, you need to make sure, obviously everything is wired well, in normally close contact, all your sensors are away of, well, set as they should, so they would not trigger with its own movement. So you're happy with the sensors, because what you want to do, what you want to ensure is that the sensors are now closing the circuits and giving a normally closed signal to the processor. Meanwhile you learn it, because what it's going to do is going to program the input and enable the input of SIS1 and SIS2. So because I didn't connect it on SIS2, SIS2 will be disabled. And same for SIO2. So at the minute I only have SIO1 and SIS1 utilized. When you learn it, we can actually do a learn now. When you learn it, it will program only the input utilized, which is good, but it can be quite confusing as you work on it, which was my case this morning, and that's going to be pretty much making it work, and the easiest way to make this work, really. So we can go through a learning, quick learning. That's it. Door is going to go through the cycle, which I'm not keen on it because it's a bit very abrupt and very fast, as you can see. Jam. Now there's also, I think it's now, it will open fast. No, that's the next test. So we'll close back and open so fast, which I found a bit unsafe, but that's how they used to design the doors, so they've gone far better now. So that's the opening I'm on about. Now when it goes to an L6, that's so your winter opening that you need to set manually to the desired position. So that's your winter. Now you acknowledge it, and L7, can't remember where it is, but I think it's just to acknowledge the end of the learning. Press again. Now your learning is done. Now, if I'm lucky enough, it should be working. All your sensors input should be programmed that way. You can test it. I know mine will work, and hopefully for yours it will be the same. Thank you.